Now that Black Widow is out, we are starting to find out details of previous versions of the film that just didn't work. Insert joke in there from somebody about how the version we got didn't even work. Go ahead, just write it down below. So yes, recently in an interview with MTV, oh boy, they're still around. What are they on, like Jersey Shore Reunion Season 7? Can anybody inform me what's up with the situation? Is he still on probation? Are Ronnie and Sam still fighting every episode? Let me know down below. Anyways, yes, we didn't get the Black Widow that we could have gotten. As a matter of fact, there seems to be many versions that we didn't get, as Scarlett Johansson revealed. She says that through the many different iterations, story versions, and things they went over, where to place the film, what to do with it, what plot they wanted to do, that most of them felt, and I quote, very status quo, end quote. And there was a version where Yelena and Natasha were adversaries for majority of the film, and that's sort of how the film was structured in one of those instances. There was other instances where the film was a little different and weird, she says, but she doesn't further elaborate what that means. But essentially that Kevin Feige didn't really like what was happening with it, and nobody else did, so they were like, let's just scrap that and not do that. And I think, you know, that's well, that's really the process, right? It's tossing out many ideas, seeing what works, trying to figure it out, and then finding one idea that maybe is not the best, but that's maybe one that really works for what story you're trying to tell, or what you sort of come up with that ultimately is closer to whatever vision you had when you greenlit the project. So I kind of understand that approach to it, and especially with Black Widow, because you were so stuck in a certain time frame and certain characters that you had to use and certain characters that you can't possibly use, that it limited you even more. And the further back you might have gone, which we heard that there was Black Widow movies that were going to be, you know, a prequel to even Iron Man 2, that limits you so much more that, honestly, that would have felt like the most pointless thing you could have done going that far back. But I think, ultimately, the version they settled with was somewhat safe, yes, but at least it introduced elements that will pay off down the road, like Yelena, and actually introduced her as a character that's very likable, instead of an adversary that we're groaning and moaning about the entire time, going, but we know she becomes good, stop, because that could have been one of the solutions and scenarios, and that just sounds pretty terrible. Remember when Natasha was going to prevent Y2K?